Welcome to another episode of Going Vegan with Vinita. In the last episode, we made an easy vegan dinner. And in this episode, we're going to look at nutrition. How do you take care of your nutrition as a vegan? And we'll also make a dish which contains all the nutrients one needs to have a wholesome and complete vegan meal. If you are looking at turning vegan or eating more plant-based, you need to make sure you get adequate amounts of B12. Vitamin B12 is mostly found in meat, shellfish, dairy and other products. Now, as a vegan, you will only find it in fortified foods such as cereal or soy milk. Now, the rest of the ingredients or the nutrients that we are going to talk about today are the ones that all of us need to take care of, whether we are vegan or not. So let's get into each of the different nutrients. Let's talk about iron. Iron plays a very important role in the production of red blood cells. Good sources of iron would be beans, broccoli, raisins, wheat and tofu. It's important to eat something which is high in vitamin C along with iron so that there is good amount of absorption that takes place. So you can have lemon juice, you can have oranges, broccoli or any other vitamin C rich food with your iron rich food. The next big one is protein. Now our skin, bones, muscle and organs all require protein to be healthy. And on a plant-based diet, one needs to properly plan and focus on the protein element in every meal. It's not impossible, but it definitely requires effort and planning. So the sources of vegan protein would be tofu, legumes, nuts, seeds, peanut butter, grains, and soy milk. The next important nutrient is calcium. We need calcium to build strong bones and to prevent osteoporosis. Good sources of calcium would be sesame, dark leafy greens, and soy milk. We'll now talk about zinc. Zinc is a very important nutrient for our immune function. Good sources of zinc would be nuts, seeds, beans, and soy products. The next important nutrient is omega-3 fatty acids. These are very important for our brain function and our heart health. Good sources of omega-3 fatty acids would be chia seeds, hemp seeds, flax seeds and walnuts. Now let's talk about the next big one, vitamin D. We need vitamin D for absorbing calcium as well as for our bone growth. Our body tends to manufacture its own vitamin D when it's exposed to sunlight, which is why it's a good idea to spend about 10 minutes in the sun for about 3 to 4 times a week. You can also consume fortified foods which contain vitamin D or speak to your doctor for getting D3 supplementation if required. Now I'm going to show you something which contains all these important nutrients in one dish. Let's move on to making a Buddha bowl. To make the Buddha bowl, I'm going to use quinoa, which is rich in protein. It's been dry roasted and cooked with double amount of water. Once it's ready, I am now putting it into the bowl. The next ingredient I'm going to add is the tofu. I've just stir-fried it with salt and pepper. You can use any seasoning of your choice. So we've got our 2 protein sources here. Then we're going to use any bean. So you can use chickpeas, you can use kidney beans. And again, these would double after you've cooked them. So plan your quantity accordingly. I've added salt to each of these separately. Now we know broccoli is great for vitamin C, so I'm going to add that. And you see, as it's coming together, you'll see how many different colors are also in this dish. Carrot. These have been grated. Broccoli I have steamed. The Buddha bowl was traditionally to be eaten by monks with whatever leftover food that they got. That's how it got the name. But of course today we have plenty full of food and these are all freshly used ingredients that we're making this out of. Spinach for our leafy green element. Some cucumber for the nice bite. Purple cabbage, they say each color represents a different nutrient. So eating a rainbow is great for us. That's so far as the vegetables are concerned. We're going to do a different set of toppings in a bit. But before we do that, you can add any dry herb of your choice over all of this, or you could have individually mixed it as well. Now the dressing is what makes the salad really interesting, and I say that for the simplest salads to the most complex salads, the main thing is the dressing. So we are using sesame, which is great for calcium, some cayenne pepper or chili powder, turmeric for its great nutrients, and raisins or raisin paste to give it that sweet flavor without adding any sugar. So we've blended all of this together with salt and pepper, and I'm just going to drizzle it on top. This you can make as thick or as runny as you like it. And you can also serve it in the bowl that you're eating it from. And great boost of great amount of nutrients and protein, raw mung sprouts. If you can't handle raw sprouts, then you can always steam them. And flaxseed for the omega-3 fatty acids, the pumpkin seeds for zinc, lemon juice for flavor and the vitamin C, which I'm just going to pour over. And I'm a big believer in probiotic fermented foods, so I'm also adding sauerkraut. I'm just going to put it on the side. I teach how to make fermented foods in my course on fermented foods. So I'm adding this on the side, and there you have it, ready to eat complete meal with all the nutrients that are important for us to eat. I hope you enjoy making this Buddha bowl. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comment section below. We would love to hear from you, and we'll definitely reply back. Hope you're enjoying this series. Stay tuned for more episodes of Going Vegan with Vinita.